Welcome to Cape Town News. Today is Wednesday, the 17th of September 2025, and here's what's making headlines in the Western Cape. Cape Town journalist assaulted by police and phone seized twice. Cape Town libraries leap into the digital age with e-books. Operation Dudula uncovers major drug bust in Summer Greens. Taxi Council reacts as urgent route closures hit commuters. Stellenbosch coach Barker reflects on bittersweet player sales. Chapman's peak half marathon gears up to showcase the peninsula. Cloudy skies, cool winds, and unsettled seas tomorrow. Cape Town journalist Sandiso Faliso, a long-standing freelance reporter for Ground Up, has faced repeated and unlawful harassment at the hands of police in Nyanga. Within just 5 days this month, Faliso was assaulted, slapped repeatedly across the face, and had his phone confiscated twice, despite carrying valid media credentials. He had previously been unlawfully detained by the same station last year while covering a crime scene, showing a disturbing pattern of intimidation. On 5th September, Faliso was covering a shooting in Brown's Farm when an officer demanded he delete photos. When he refused, he was slapped up to 12 times and his phone seized. It was later returned only after he showed further identification. Just days later, on 10th September, while documenting police assaulting youths and damaging bicycles on Debeza Street, his phone was again confiscated. This time, police attempted to break it before keeping it. Despite approaching both Brown's Farm and Nyanga police stations, no accountability has been taken, and his phone remains missing. Ground Up, the Committee to Protect Journalists and Human Rights Advocates, have condemned the attacks, noting that Standing Order 156 and National Instruction 5 of 2017 explicitly forbid police from harassing journalists or confiscating their tools of work. Provincial police spokesperson Andre Trout urged Faliso to lay a formal complaint, while Nyanga Station Commander Colonel Wynan Muller offered an apology for the first incident but denied knowledge of the second. The case underscores wider concerns over media freedom, with calls for Provincial Commissioner Lieutenant General Thembisile Patekile to intervene decisively. Faliso has vowed to continue reporting despite intimidation. Advocates stress this case represents not only a personal violation, but also a threat to all Cape Townians' constitutional right to be informed through independent journalism. Cape Town's libraries are entering a bold new era, embracing a digital transformation aimed at making reading more accessible than ever. The city has rolled out an online platform offering e-books, modern catalogues, and digital membership applications. Book lovers can now apply for a library card online, collect it from their nearest branch, and immediately access thousands of titles ranging from international bestsellers to timeless South African classics. According to Councillor Francine Hyam, the MACO member for Health, this upgrade ensures libraries remain relevant in a world where digital access has become essential. She explained that Cape Townian students, researchers, and everyday readers will now have resources at their fingertips, without relying on physical cues or paper catalogues. The system also highlights newly added titles, streamlining the search for both academic and leisure reading. Importantly, the city has designed the platform to be mobile-friendly, recognizing that many Cape Townians rely primarily on smartphones for connectivity. Hyam emphasized that this shift is not about replacing traditional libraries, but enhancing them, ensuring all citizens can enjoy both printed books and digital resources. The new service will complement physical facilities where community events, study spaces, and literacy programs remain central. Cape Town already operates 102 public libraries across its metro, many of which serve as critical community hubs. By merging the physical with the digital, officials hope to draw younger readers while maintaining strong ties with older residents who prefer traditional formats. For now, the project is in its first phase, with feedback being collected to refine and expand the service. The city believes this digital leap will place Cape Town's libraries among the most forward-thinking in Africa, ensuring that access to knowledge keeps pace with a changing world. Operation Dudula, a controversial activist movement, has once again made headlines after uncovering a drug den in Summer Greens. Acting on a landlady's request to assist in removing a tenant who refused to vacate her property, members stumbled upon an alarming discovery. Inside the house, they found mandrax tablets, crystal meth, cocaine, cooking pots allegedly used for processing narcotics, and an undisclosed amount of cash. Onke Meshibe, a Dudula leader, confirmed that once the drugs were discovered, police were immediately contacted. SAP's Maitland flying squad swiftly responded, conducting a formal search and arresting a 49-year-old Nigerian woman on charges of dealing in drugs. Police spokesperson Sergeant Wesley Twigg confirmed she will face the Athlone Magistrates Court. Authorities suspect the house was being used as a distribution hub, raising concerns about the scale of drug trafficking networks in the area. The arrest has sparked debate over the methods used by Dudula members, with some praising them for exposing criminal activity, while others criticize them for acting outside of the law. Community leaders say the case highlights the desperation many residents feel when official interventions fail, prompting them to rely on civic groups. Police have assured the public that the seized drugs will undergo forensic analysis and that further arrests may follow as investigations expand. The Western Cape government has invoked Section 91 of the National Land Transport Act to enforce urgent closures of minibus taxi routes amid escalating violence. Starting today, 17th September, select routes across Nyanga, Khayelitsha, and Somerset West will be closed for 30 days. The South African National Taxi Council expressed sadness at the decision, noting the economic harm to drivers and their families, but acknowledged that protecting lives must come first. MACO member for Safety and Security, Alderman J.P. Smith, reassured commuters that this is not a strike but a government-imposed closure, meaning affected taxis cannot legally operate on designated routes. Smith confirmed a joint operations centre has been established to monitor compliance, with law enforcement on high alert to prevent unrest. Mobility MEC Isaac Sileku explained that the move follows deadly clashes between rival associations, including Codeta and Kata, which left several drivers dead. Commuters are urged to remain calm and make use of alternative transport where possible, including MyCity and Metro Rail services. Authorities stressed that misinformation about strikes should not be circulated. The closures aim to stabilize the industry and restore trust in public transport. Stellenbosch FC coach Steve Barker has described the exodus of his club's top players as bittersweet. Over recent seasons, Stellenbosch has sold several stars to major local and international clubs. These include Jaden Adams, Fawaz Basadian, Junior Mendieta, and Ikram Reyners, all moving to Mamelodi Sundowns, Ashley Dupreez and Zitha Quinnicker to Kaizer Chiefs, Sila Nduli and Dean Van Rooyen to Orlando Pirates, and Olwethu Makanya to Philadelphia Union in the USA. Most recently, Tylon Smith joined Queen's Park Rangers in England. Barker admitted their absence was felt keenly in the MTN 8 final, where Stellenbosch lost to Orlando Pirates at Mbombela Stadium. He said watching Nduli thrive at Pirates showed the sweet side of development, but acknowledged the sour frustration of losing key players ahead of major fixtures. Despite this, Barker insists the current squad has the hunger to rebuild, targeting a strong league finish and another top 8 spot. Stellenbosch face Amazulu midweek before 2 home games against Richards Bay and Durban City. Barker says these fixtures will be crucial in shaping their season. He remains adamant that Stellenbosch's strategy of nurturing talent will continue to pay dividends both financially and competitively, even if it means enduring short-term pain. This weekend, runners from across South Africa will converge on Hout Bay for the Chapman's Peak Half Marathon, a breathtaking 21-kilometer road race that showcases the Cape Peninsula's rugged beauty. The event, hosted by the Hout Bay Harriers, will be staged on Sunday, the 21st of September, starting at 6:30 a.m. The route takes competitors from Hout Bay, winding along the iconic Chapman's Peak Drive with its panoramic views of the Atlantic Ocean through Noordhoek, before looping back to the finish line in Hout Bay. Road closures will be in effect for the duration of the event to ensure safety. Organizers say the course, with its challenging inclines and descents, will test endurance while rewarding runners with unforgettable scenery. The event also draws thousands of Cape Townians and tourists who line the route to cheer athletes on. Tickets range from 185 Rand to 280 Rand, with registration still open online. The Chapman's Peak Half Marathon has grown into one of Cape Town's premier running events, boosting both community pride and tourism. Participants say the camaraderie and beauty of the course make it a bucket list run. With spring weather setting in, organizers expect ideal running conditions, promising another memorable race for athletes and spectators alike. Here is your money, commodities, and crypto updates. Starting with major currencies. The US dollar is trading at 17 Rand and 37 cents. The British pound stands at 23 Rand and 70 cents. And the euro will cost you 20 Rand and 59 cents. Moving to the commodities market, gold is priced at 2,056 Rand and 25 cents per gram. Silver is trading at 23 Rand and 45 cents per gram. Platinum is valued at 781 Rand and 22 cents per gram. And Brent crude oil is trading at $67.88 per barrel. In the cryptocurrency market, Bitcoin is valued at 2,023,922 Rand, while Ethereum is trading at 78,236 Rand. Ripple XRP is priced at 52 Rand and 46 cents. And finally, Solana is trading at 4,071 Rand. Keep in mind that these numbers are based on the latest data, but may still change as markets fluctuate in the course of the day. Tomorrow brings cool and cloudy conditions across much of the Western Cape. Cape Town will see a maximum of 18 degrees and a minimum of 12, with westerly winds gusting between 20 and 30 kilometers per hour. Paarl will record a high of 20 degrees and a low of 11, while Stellenbosch reaches 19 degrees at its peak, dipping to 10 overnight. Winds will freshen by the afternoon, making it feel cooler along exposed areas of the Cape Peninsula. At sea, swells of 2.3 meters are forecast with a 13-second period, bringing choppy but manageable surf. High tide arrives at 4:27 a.m. with low tide at 10:51 a.m., followed by another high tide just after 5 p.m. Sunrise is at 6:42 a.m. and sunset at 6:36 p.m. UV levels remain moderate, so light protection is advised. Overall, expect a brisk but manageable day for outdoor activity. With that, we conclude today's bulletin, and now you know what's happening in the mother city. Thank you for watching Cape Town News. Make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss a story. We appreciate your support. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget tomorrow's Cape Town News drops right here on YouTube at 12 noon. Meanwhile, stay safe, informed, and connected.